I don't feel like recording an intro. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, order of the mods, Mitsu Yamaha, then Imposter 2025, and then Dead Air will be last. It's gonna be a pretty positive video. I hope I can, I know these mods are not very well liked in this community, but I don't care. I think they're all really cool. Or at least two of them aren't. So, yeah, we're just gonna get into this. Yeah, again, don't feel like recording an intro, so. Starting with the worst song of Mitsu Yamaha, which is... Classic. You know, with a mod like Mitsu Yamaha, it's kinda hard to rank. Because if you put something in last, people would assume it's, like, significantly worse than the rest. Which, that's not true for Classic for me. All of these songs are so good that something like not having the best pacing in the world, and that's it, kinda puts you below the other three of the mod. And that's exactly what Classic is. It's not a bad song by any means. In fact, I honestly kind of love this one. Like, for one thing, I love the atmosphere here. I love how dark this song is. The Experiment's vocals are incredibly satisfying and grungy to listen to. They fit this, like, scene perfectly, and Boyfriend sounds great too. I love this bit crush on his voice. It's so satisfying to listen to. It's like the right amount of bit crush, and I absolutely adore it. It sounds phenomenal. And the instrumental is really good too. It has this EDM vibe-ish to it, while still being incredibly dark and intimidating and, like, frightening, and it's really, really good. Like, it's honestly just still a fantastic song for what it is. All of it works together amazingly, and it's a really good song. It's just, I feel like the song is too short. It's the biggest issue with it. The rest of the songs are like 4 minutes, and this one's only, like, 2. And because of that, it feels kinda, like, jarring compared to the rest of the OST. It's still really, really good, don't get me wrong. But I feel like it should be a bit longer because the pacing is a little bit off. The second phase should last a lot longer, I feel like. But all that aside, this is still an incredible song. Classic is still really, really, really damn good. I love the opening to this song. This intro is so... It has such an air of menace at the start, just for it to throw you into this super funky yet intimidating beat with these amazing vocals. It's so good. I love it. This is an amazing way to start this mod. It really feels intimidating, and like No More Than a Terror is trying his best to just beat down on the player. I love it. This is such an amazing song for his character. It works so well. To get into the technicals of the song first, though, this is the openers to the mod, and my god, it does not disappoint. No More Innocent sounds great here. This is one of my favorite interpretations of how he would sound. It's so weird and unique, but it still fits him like a glove. It's awesome. And Tails here, while his chromatic is a bit weird, I do think it works really well with the song. It does get a bit too high-pitched for me at some points, although I know for a fact that's just a me thing and not an actual issue with the song. It sounds great regardless, and it's a really good contrast compared to No More Innocence's more human and fleshy-sounding vocals, compared to Tails, who sounds more robotic since he's in the video game. It's great. I love it. The instrumental is really, really good too. It has this nice blend of, like, it has this really good funky blend of, like, of weird-ass synths and this amazing drum. I love it. And the way it all just combines together makes this really, really damn good and satisfying song to listen to. And when it all goes dark here, where the cinematic drums kick in, god, it's so good! I love it! Now, I love this song, right? Like, No More Innocence just, again, proving he's, like, the best character in the fandom with, like, no bad songs at all. But, like, if I had any issues with this one, it would come in, like... I guess I feel like the song is a little bit too repetitive. It's not a big issue for me at all. I hardly notice it whenever I listen to the song. But it's just noticeable for me enough. And, I don't know. I just think it's... And also, I just feel like the song stops and starts a bit too much. Like, it's not, again, not a huge deal for me at all. I can move past it pretty easily. But I feel like the song definitely stops and starts itself just a little bit too much. It feels like there's a lot of the pausing is a bit awkward, which I can forgive because I can just tell myself that it's just part of, like, the intimidation tactics that No More Innocence is using or something. Because you know me, that's how I am. Dude, I love this song. I love the vibes of this one so much. Now, my biggest issue with this song has gotta come in with the final part here. Not necessarily Tails' solo right here, but the part after this. This is a really good solo. The synthwave-ish instrument, I'm not sure what it's called, but I recognize the instrument here. That plays in the background with those little, like, acapado chords. It's so good, and it gives this menace of aura that I don't see in other FNF songs. It's such a unique way to build threat and tension in a song. Now, my biggest issue comes in here. I feel like this part is a bit tonally distant from the rest of the song. Like, yeah, I get it. It's supposed to represent how Boyfriend was playing the game, and then am I threatening him now? Yay. But I just don't like how Boyfriend sounds. I don't like this chromatic. I've stated this multiple times before. I think it just sounds bad. Like, No More Innocence still sounds great here, even if I do think he sounds a bit worse here compared to the more hyper-instrumental in the first part, where this one takes more, like, slower tone to it. I don't know, this part just feels very jarring compared to the rest, especially with this key change. I don't know, am I weird? I just feel like this final part kind of drops the ball in terms of everything else the song was building up. The rest of the song is so absolutely fantastic, but I feel like this part here drops it down from being better than my number 2 for me. Which is very high praise, considering what my number 2 is. Premeditated is a really interesting song for me to talk about. This is so unlike most, if not all, FNF songs I've ever covered before, and I really love it. This is one of my favorite FNF songs of the year, definitely. And honestly, one of my all-time favorites. The Premeditated is such a good experience. On first playthrough, I really didn't like this one because I thought it was really horrible to play. I'll say this, for me personally, first experiences also depend on how fun they are to play, because that's how I do first experience most of the time, whatever. But after a lot of re-listens, I really started loving this one, and then I started kind of hating it again, but now I'm fully back into loving it. This is such an amazing song, dude. I haven't seen the Smiley archive, so forgive me if I get things wrong, but this opening is so well done. It's genuinely really comforting. The way Smiley's voice sounds so happy and innocent in this first part, as compared to what it becomes in the second part of the song, it is so well done. Boyfriend sounds great here too. The VHS filter put over both of their voices really does a lot in helping the song feel like a comforting reorientation tape. It's really well done. The melodies are solid, the instrumental is really good as well. It feels like elevator music, which is the perfect vibe for something like this to go for. Like, going off of the story in the song and not having seen Smiley archives, whatever, you get that. And then, this part happens, where the song gets all spooky and shit, and everything goes to hell. This second phase is absolutely beautiful. Smiley's voice in this second phase is often what kills the song for people who don't like it. You're weak. I'm sorry. You are just weak. It is not that scratchy at all. In fact, I'd rather argue that it's actually quite a smooth chromatic for something that's trying to be like this. And they sound absolutely phenomenal in this phase. The absolute menace and pure intimidation that reeks off of their voice as they sing, it is so good. I love it. Boyfriend sounds great during this phase too. He sounds terrified. It is amazing. And the instrumental is amazing too. It takes a step back unless the vocals take center stage. It's one of those songs which you wouldn't expect for a song like Premeditated, but it really works in the song's favor. But like the glitchy synth waves and slight pianos you can hear in the background, as well as the like just incredibly heavy beat, it is so good. And the way everything in the song just keeps shifting back and forth, it makes it feel like it's trying to take over your mind. It's so good. And another thing I really like about this phase is just the emotional storytelling weight behind it all. This is the last thing you're ever gonna see as you. This is the last thing. This is the last time you will ever be you in your life. This is the end. And this is where your new life starts. With a bang. Quite literally. It is absolutely stellar. And the young girl A reference during this part, it is so fitting for a song about committing a massacre. It is... oh! Dude, I don't have words to describe how good this song is. It's really something you gotta experience for yourself. I guess my little entry here is just... like a I don't know. This is a song that you really gotta check out for yourself if you really want to get why it's so good. I guess I could touch in on how Smiley feels like he's trying to overwhelm you during the entire song, even in the first phase with the speed up. It is just so well done on so many different ways. I could talk about this one for so much longer if I had the time, but we've got a number 1 to get to, so let's get onto that, why don't we? Forever Dream is a song that really stands out. I'm not gonna let this song's full intro play before getting into like the dissection, because it takes like a full minute to start, and I also just want to talk about this opening. It's so unique. The way those slight chiptune chords play while more and more instruments get added on, as the mystery of the beginning just keeps piling onto itself. It feels like you're discovering a new world inside this game you know like the back of your hand that you never knew existed before. You weren't ever meant to see this. You weren't ever meant to make it here, but you somehow did. It's like seeing those hidden images inside the walls and those like old creepy weird images inside of walls that developers would hide inside of old games from like the 1990s. Except a full-fledged level with a weird Sonic in it. Another one. That's not metal. He starts singing with you, his voice is really good in this song. It can do both high and short notes incredibly well. It's really deep and menacing sounding, and it serves as a great contrast to your current player voice, which is also Sonic. He sounds terrified in this song, and also sounds more brave later in the song, but we'll get there. The melodies in the song all have this really nice flow to them, feeling like it feels uncomfortable. It feels like, it feels like you found someone in your house late at night when they shouldn't be there. They're not threatening you, at least not yet, and you're trying to reason with them. Why are they here? The light turns on. You can now see the thing in front of you and realize that is hardly a Sonic at all. Sonic's voice gets way higher pitched here, and he sounds more terrified than he did in the first minute of the song. The way the music swells here as it turns from this weirdly snowy and melancholic sounding song into this really intense rock song as you realize, oh, you fucked up. You have messed up big time. And you ain't getting out of it. You are facing your disappointment. You are facing the trouble you've caused. What trouble have you caused? Well, wouldn't you like to know? It can't speak. It can only sing. So you just do what you feel like you need to, as you just keep going. The way the music ramps up in intensity throughout the entire song as more and more instruments just keep getting added to the song, it really makes the song stand out from most other FNF songs I've heard. The way it all swells around the characters as they sing as well. They have this great chemistry with each other, and the way the music also bounces off of them somewhat, the drums sound so frantic and hyper. It feels like it just sounds like a build-up for you to go Super Saiyan. And it fits incredibly well with the situation here. I don't know much about Stargazer, which is the opponent's name in this song. I don't know too much about him, I don't think much is known about him in general, but I like to interpret him as sort of God's messenger. He is a message from the universe telling you you fucked up. You have made a very bad mistake, and you need to account for it. And he's just the messenger for it, and he's not gonna let you get away from it. It's such an amazing song storytelling-wise. You can interpret this a million different ways from Sunday. It's awesome. I love Forever Dream, dude. And when Sonic goes Super Saiyan and the entire song picks up in intensity, and the way the stage starts literally ripping itself to shreds in front of your eyes, it is intensity incarnate, and it sounds fucking raw. Sonic gets way more brave during this part than he had been for the entire rest of the song up to this point. The way you see flashes of the universe behind you as you sing, the way the song lets you know that this is your final stand and you have to fight out of it. It's amazing. I love this song. I especially love this part, the way it feels like a final send-off. Not even a final send-off, it feels like he's closing in on you. Even you going into your most powerful form ain't gonna stop him from getting his goal. It's incredible. This is one of my all-time favorite FNF songs. I absolutely adore Forever Dream. It's not a bad song at all. Bananas is still a pretty good song. It's just personally my least favorite of the Updog soundtrack. And no, it's not just because it stands out from the other three. I just think this one has like a couple issues that really keep it back from being as good as those other three are. I really, really like every song in this mod. But I feel like this one specifically has just a couple issues that prevent me from really loving it. For one thing, I gotta say that Bananas is a really, really good instrumental. I love how this sounds, and the vibes are absolutely immaculate. It really feels just like a Donkey Kong song. It's honestly remarkable. I kind of love it, actually. The bongos, along with the occasional pianos and jungle-esque instruments that come in every now and then, they're so nice to listen to, especially that goofy-ass steel drum that plays throughout the entire song. It's so good, dude. I love the instrumental for this track. And it also just does a great job at fitting it also does a good job at not making the song stand out too much from the other ones. Yeah, it's not as Among Us as the songs in the Among Us week, but it's definitely still very goofy and upbeat and fun, so it doesn't really stick out too much compared to the others in this soundtrack, I think. Donkey Kong's chromatic is also really, really good. This community has a shockingly good track record when it comes to making literal monkey noises sound good in FNF songs. Like, his chromatic is just really good. The vowels are very satisfying to listen to, the patterns work well with his voice. It's just really good sounding. Good job. My biggest issue with the song, though, is Boyfriend. He doesn't sound bad, per se. It's just very stereotypical boyfriend usage. But I feel like, for some reason, the mixing on his voice is very weird in the song. He sounds a bit too loud compared to how he should sound, which has always bugged me whenever I've listened to this song. It feels like it should be a lot quieter than it actually is. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. I don't have a lot to say on Bananas. It's just a really simple and good song. But it has that just one issue that persists throughout the entire song that prevents me from truly loving it like I love the main three of the Imposter Week. Sussus Mugus 2025, or Sussus Mugus Updog, Sussus Mugus V6, whatever you want to call this one. This is easily my favorite version of the song, and it's not even close. I've never particularly been a fan of Sussus Mugus. I liked it when it first came out back in 2021, but over time I've come to realize that I just don't really like the bass song itself. It's had a ton of remakes, and none of them have really ever managed to capture what would make a song like it good. For one thing, I feel like a main issue I had with the original version of the song in V4 is the fact that I feel like the song was just way too repetitive and samey feeling. Not necessarily like the most repetitive song in the world, but it all felt like it. It definitely felt repetitive. Like, the melodies, there are few of them, but they get repeated quite a bit. And that was definitely my biggest issue with the song, as well as it feeling like it was longer than it actually was. And then Updog not Sabotage, Sussus Mugus comes along and it fixes all of those issues for me. I think this song has great structure and pacing. Nothing here feels samey with itself. It all feels very different and thoroughly constructed. The vocals sound great. Red's chromatic is infinitely better than his old voice. Boyfriend sounds great here. He sounds way older with this key than he usually does, and I love it. The instrumental is trap music, which, if you know me, I am not big on trap, even a little bit, but I actually quite like it here. It quite fits a song like Sussus Mugus, actually, and it sounds good. The drums are very satisfying. The Among Us alert sounds coming in is really good as well. Both the chromatics sound great and work well together. Yeah, this is overall just a really great remake of an original song. It capitalized on everything the original did well, which is the really good melodies, even if they were reused way too much. It capitalized on all of those, made them a lot better, fixed the pacing issues I had, and overall just made the quality of the song a lot higher. Good job, Sussus Mugus Updog. You did it. Yeah, I personally believe that the Updog week progressively gets better as it goes along. Sabotage is easily the fan favorite for this mod from what I've seen, which I completely get it. This song is absolutely fantastic. But I feel like I just personally have pros that I love in my number one more than the highs of this one. But the song is so fantastic, don't get me wrong. One thing I love about Updog is the absolute charm it has. One of my favorite things about FNF mods is the charm that a lot of my favorites have. Dave and Bambi Turn to Dust, this, Monsters, Funk Ska, Friday Night Madness, all those. All of them have a lot of charm to them, personally, and at least I think so. And this mod has the most charm I've ever seen in an FNF mod, and this song specifically is oozing with that charm. The way Red and Boyfriend have duet here, it's so nice. Boyfriend's chromatic is using a mixture of the normal one and the one used in Coco, I believe, and it sounds great. He has such a nice flow to him, and Red has a great flow to his voice as well. I'll say when Black starts investigating, it's probably my least favorite part of the song. It feels like it comes a bit out of nowhere, and it's probably what keeps me from liking this one more than Meltdown. But it still sounds great. He's got a good chromatic. I like the snapping in the background and the like investigation tone it takes on. And the swing tone is well handled as well. Sorry, I had to check if that was swing. My bad, gang. And then when it gets back to it, it feels a bit jarring. Again, I feel like that part is just a bit like out of place in comparison to the rest of the song. But the rest of the song is so good that I hardly even care. The part where Boyfriend starts popping off to the dismay of Red, and he starts saying all his iconic lines at this point, it's so good. And the instrumental picking up with those orchestral hits as it comes back in at full force. It's so good. It's so much better than the original Sabotage ever could have been. I love the way they both duet for the rest of the song as well, and the way the intensity, for as weird as it sounds, this song does have intensity to it, and the way it just keeps rising for the rest of the song as well until it comes to its culmination in a Meltdown. It is so well done. I love this song. I just personally believe it's just a tad bit worse than my number one. Now, I really liked the original Meltdown. It was honestly one of my favorites from Imposter as a whole back when it came out, and it still persists as one of my favorites of V4 to this day. This version crushes that version into an actual paste. This song is so good, what? This song completely ditches the original tone of the first Meltdown, with that one being more of an emotional breakdown type of song. This one just goes for full-on fucking Among Us emergency meeting, and I love it. The theming here is so well done, and the song does everything in its power to reflect it best it can, and it absolutely succeeds. Red's voice sounding more panicked here, yet still confident like a cocky asshole. It's so good. Boyfriend sounds really angry here, and I love it. His voice is also shockingly smooth in this song, which I really like. He sounds great here, and he serves as a great contrast to Red, who just sounds really good overall in all of his songs in this mod. The instrumental is really, really great too. It has this amazing combination of rock music, as well as this more goofy tone that the rest of the songs take on. It's such a great contrast compared to the rest of the week. And the way they bounce off each other during this meeting part as the instrumental takes a step back, with the only noticeable thing being the Among Us plucks, as well as the siren in the background and some other slight Among Us noises. It's so good. And the final beat drop, when Black votes for Red, it's so good. The key change here is absolutely legendary. The way they repeat the main melody here while he just gets more and more angry, it's so good. The guitar coming back in it all, it's so good. I fucking love this song, dude. It is one of my favorites of this year by far. Meltdown Updog would place like second or third in normal Imposter for me. I love it that much. And the way it all just culminates in the song ending on this amazing, like, da-na-na-na-na-na with the ending, it's so fucking good. I don't have much else to say, though. Despite everything I've said, it's a relatively simple song at its core. Just give it a listen. It really is that good, dude.
Warning, this song contains rapidly flashing lights and images. Do not play this song if you have epilepsy or are susceptible to eye strain. We are not responsible for your actions.
So, a couple things before we get fully into this. For one, Dead Air songs are extremely short, and I have quite a bit to say about most, if not all of these. So expect me to loop the footage in the background a few times while we're talking about these songs. And also, I quite like Dead Air. I think it has a really unique approach to it, and I quite respect the experimental nature of the entire soundtrack. This song, though, this song is bad. Wow. It feels like an audible seizure, and it's really just unpleasant to listen to. Like, I get what this song is going for, I do. It's very much a, like, it feels like you're on drugs, which I think was the intention of this one, just given the visuals of, like, the psychedelicness of the song itself. But also, it doesn't sound good. The heavy beats are really clunky and odd, very odd sounding. The way the song just keeps going back and forth with, like, this glitchiness and the high-pitched noises and frequencies, God, it's just really unpleasant for my ears. I respect what the song is going for, but also, it's just a bit not for my taste, personally. That's kinda it, though. It's not the worst thing in the world. I'm gonna play devil's advocate a bit here. I see what this song is going for. I don't hate Fancy Island. I really, really don't. I just think that this one just flat out doesn't sound good. I respect what the song is going for a lot. I would say it definitely fits the nature of Lamando.com, but it just doesn't have that good of a sound to it. It's mostly comprised of very heavy beats and a bit of the dead air crunchiness with, like, wind in the background, but that's kind of all the song has going for it. And by that I mean, that's basically just the entire song, which is kind of an issue for me, because when it's not very pleasant to listen to that stuff, and that's basically the entirety of the song's composition, it's not the most pleasant thing to listen to in the world. Granted, Dead Air is never pleasant. I quite like some Dead Air songs, but they're never pleasant to listen to. But this one specifically is just really ear-grating, and I'm not a huge fan of it at all. Luckily, they did fix it up with the V2, and it seems to even be getting a V3, so that's cool. Because of the simpleness of this song, though, I don't even have much to say about it for how much it fails at being a song, honestly. It's not the worst thing ever, just like Equal Equals. Just not something I personally like listening to because it really is just ear-grating with nothing else to it. That's all. Alright, we're on to the songs that I like from Dead Air. Kinda. I'm a bit mixed on Under the Tree, but I do actually think this one has a bit of merit to it. For one thing, this is definitely the most Dead Air compressed song of the entire mod. And it's very, very much, like, if you like this, then you're gonna like the mod, and if you don't like this, you're not gonna like the mod, basically. But I quite like it, honestly. It's very weird. I've never seen Chez Kid's archive, so I can't talk about if this song fits or anything like that. But I think, on its own, this does a pretty good job at setting itself up as an atmospheric horror track for, like, I can hear this being played to, like, the speaker of a hospital, of, like, an abandoned hospital in, like, a survival horror game. This really fits the atmosphere it's trying to sell very well. The weird-ass, like, chanting in this song, as well as the high-pitched frequencies, like, it sounds like forks scratching on a plate. It's not the most pleasant thing to listen to in the world, but honestly, that's what I like about it. Granted, yeah, I wouldn't ever listen to the song, like, on its own that often, because it is pretty unpleasant. Especially this final bit here with the heavy beats and those high-pitched frequencies getting pitched up to the max. I'll admit, it does a really good job at selling the horror feeling of the song, but it makes it so it's not a very listenable experience on its own. I like the song, but it's not necessarily, like, a good song that, like, can be listened to on its own time. You know? It's just sorta an experience more than a song. Big Eater. The start of the songs that I do actually definitively like from this mod. Honestly, this is a really good way to start these. For one thing, I gotta say, I quite like the vibes of this one. This one is probably the least dead-airified out of all the songs in this mod, as in the filter is the least applied to this one. Honestly, I think it was a good choice for this one specifically. It feels very much like a groove more than any of the other ones. I'll say, the piano-esque... I don't even know what instrument Big John's voice is in this song, but it's very nice sounding. And the drums kicking in, as well as them becoming the main central focus of the song during this part, it sounds really good. The crunchiness adds a lot of benefit to the song's favor, I think. The way it all blends together as well, it's just really good. I'll say the song is a bit short, but all of these songs are a bit short, so I can't really classify it. I can't really criticize it for that. More so a wish for it to be longer more than anything. I'll say, I do think that, like, the structure is a bit off a little bit. Like, I think it's really good structurally, like the way the drums come in and then the pianos and all that stuff. But no, the pianos come in and then the drums and all that stuff. But also, I feel like it could be I feel like being a bit longer would help space it out a bit more, because it also feels just a little bit, like, cluttered. The clutter of the song is probably what keeps it from being any higher for me personally. It's not bad at all. It's not like a huge flaw with the song or anything. But I feel like it could be I feel like being a bit longer would work in this song's favor the most. Or, well, the second most. I feel like the one that favors the most from being longer would be our third placer. But this one, I feel like, should be longer to give it a bit more time to space out the sections of the song, you know? It feels like it gets a bit too intense, a bit too fast. And then stays a bit too intense for too long, you know? Remembered. Not that one, the other one. So this song's a bit weird to me. This one used to be my favorite of the OST for a pretty long while. And honestly, I think what we have here is still really, really good. But I feel like this song specifically has the biggest issue with the songs being short in this mod. Like, it's a really good minute. Well, also, it being just that minute is a bit unfortunate considering what this song does. For one thing, I gotta say, I love the incorporation of the original music from the video into this song. It genuinely sounds really good, and the way the beat kicks in when Room comes up to the camera, it sounds really nice, and his whispery tone will sound great too. Like, shockingly so. The song does everything so right. And then a pretty big chunk of the song is just taken up by him talking, which is unfortunate, because I feel like I normally don't have an issue with songs taking up time for like a cutscene or anything. I'm an Abduction fan after all. I feel like this specific song having a cutscene this long in the middle of the end of the song when it's a minute long, I feel like that's kind of an issue for this one, because it really feels shorter than it is, and it's already extremely short. And that's kind of a huge issue for me, because I just want more. Like, I just want more of this. This is the one that could benefit from being longer the absolute most. Because everything about this one is really good, and has a ton of potential to it. It just needs to be longer is all it really needs. Comatos. Yeah, this is where it's at, baby. So, this song is really, really good. And it's also the song that kind of skyrocketed Dead Air into popularity in the first place. I respect it a lot, and this song also just sounds really nice to me. For one thing, this does a really great job at incorporating the boiled one into FNF. I really love how this song manages to capture the otherworldly feel of the video, as well as capturing the more, like, prolific, horrific beauty of the video as well during this part right here with the chiptune in the background. It sounds so pretty. His voice being spliced up and used as a sort of a tonal chromatic is really nice as well. He sounds great in this song. He has some really good melodies, and the instrumental has this really great flow to it. The drums are really good, the little chiptunist aspects to it, like I said, are fantastic. And I'll say the ending, where it has to remind you that this is indeed an analog horror video, it is indeed a horrific beast and in your eyesight. It's great, I love it. It does a great job at capturing the horror of the original video as well. This is overall just an incredibly well done song. I honestly don't even have to talk for that long about this one, it's just really good. And the dead air filter doesn't really affect this one that much either. It just sounds great. I really like Comatos. That's about it. Shelter is a song about Jim's computer. Jim's computer is a Roblox game, where this man becomes increasingly more paranoid with a serial killer on the loose in his town, to the point where he goes insane and buys a gun to kill himself with. It's a very interesting story that's always stuck with me since I first saw it, and when I saw it in this mod, I was interested to see the route they take with it, and at first I wasn't so sure about Shelter. But the more I listened to it, the more I realized this is kind of a perfect way to do a song for Jim's computer. This song manages to capture the paranoid feeling and pure haunting aura of the original game to a T. The way the song sounds so cluttered and full and just stuffy, honestly. It sounds really good on top of just being extremely fitting. And those bells coming back in when the gun is revealed, it is honestly kind of chilling. Along with Jim's voice being just this concerned guy who really sounds like he's at his wit's end and sounds genuinely terrified in this song. It's so good. Honestly, this is just kind of what I would always want from a song like this, and the way it gets increasingly faster at the end, all leading up to the point where he takes his own life, it's so good. It really captures the exact feeling that an actual, experience with this kind of thing would have on someone. It's really, really well done. Honestly, I just gotta give this song props for pulling off what it did. Everything it does is really good, and just really good theming, really good, storytelling in terms of, for people who haven't seen the game. And, honestly, it just sounds really good on top of all that. The dead air filter is really applied here, but it really doesn't affect the song that much for me. It still sounds really nice. It's just a really good song overall. Good job. Y'all did great with this one. After what happened today, I don't feel like writing an outro, or recording an outro, whatever. Good mods. Dead air does not deserve to hate it gets. Yada yada. Purple Comatos is good, by the way. Don't ask me about it. Okay. Goodbye. See you next time.